For the first time, I'm gonna attempt to make a bibimbap, and I know I've pronounced that wrong. All these ingredients over here will hopefully help make this amazing Korean dish. Bibimbap, okay? That's how I wanna pronounce it, but apparently it's pronounced bibimbap, okay? I'm gonna get that wrong throughout this video. Bibim means to mix, and bap means rice. So you're basically having mixed rice. It's kind of like a core rice bowl where you have the rice, you have vegetables, you have a marinade, you have a sauce and beef as well, or sometimes other vegetables instead if you wish. And the mixing comes in that when it's served at the table with a fried egg on, you actually mix it then and serve it and medley it all together, which is, it sounds so good. Like I've seen pictures like that where you're like, wow, that looks so vibrant and cool, but when you actually eat it, you just go, oh, which I'm really excited to do. So let's get on. I've already done some start. First we're gonna do is make the bibimbap, okay, that might be the last time I pronounce it, sauce. This is some gochujang paste, which is becoming really easy to get hold of in most supermarkets. A few years ago, you couldn't get it. This is some soy sauce, some water, some garlic cloves. Very, very similar ingredients for most of this recipe, okay? My kitchen smells amazing. This is some rice wine vinegar, sesame oil, and last but no means least, some honey. Give that a little mix. I have got to taste this. Oh, that my taste buds are so confused. Heat, subtle sesame flavoring, a bit spice and sweetness. I think I'm gonna love this. Yeah, I'll stick it in the fridge, but get used to those ingredients because it's very, very repetitive. Okay, so we're gonna go for beef. What I've got in this bowl right here is some sirloin steak that I just trimmed off some of the fat into nice little strips earlier. Not gonna lie, Boston might have had 1 or 2 pieces. And again, this might sound familiar. Soy sauce, sesame oil, sesame seeds, open sesame, and yep, you guessed it, honey. Now there is one other thing that we've already put in the other one. I just wanted to show you, this is some frozen garlic that I buy just because it's just so non-smelly. I mean, it's still smelly, it's still garlic, but I just love that it's already in a box and chopped for you. So this is basically a marinade. And as I wrap this, what is a bibimbap's favorite artist? Hanson. Some of you won't even get that. One of my friends just got a job in Asia. He thinks it's going to be a good career move. Okay, that's enough. So there's a couple of different ways to do this recipe. I've seen someone that did it completely in a rice cooker, the whole thing. I've seen someone that did it completely in a wok, but I like the idea of trying to mix it up. So I'm just preheating my oven for our vegetables. When I say all the vegetables, this is some spinach and bean sprouts, which we're gonna fry up. I mean, we could fry all of this up, but I do like the idea of just mixing it up with the oven as well. I don't know, I just fancy doing it. So I've got some courgettes, carrots, red pepper, shiitake mushrooms, and some garlic. I have never made this before, and I'm so intrigued. It's all stuff that I like. Speaking of which, sesame oil goes on top. I know there's a lot of you as well, there we go, that just hate mushrooms, so like I say, completely optional. Oh, it smells like so good. I can't explain it. It's such a simple medley of ingredients. Make sure the oil is fully coating it, because we're roasting it, okay, which is the reason I want to put it in the oven. I just really want to get that nice deep charring on there if possible. I'm going to season it as well. I am probably making this recipe look a little bit easier than it is in some ways because like I've obviously prepped all of this off camera. The courgettes are sliced, the carrots, peppers. I've cooked up the rice already. When I looked at the steps of this recipe, it just felt like the more prep I did, the easier it was going to make this process. And now I'm just sort of playing with my baking tray. All right, that's going in for around about 20 minutes, about halfway through, we'll give it a little shimmy. I think my favorite Korean recipe to date, I've done a few actually, was the Korean fried chicken. Oh my gosh, that was phenomenal. Really, really, really can't get that Hanson song out of my head now. When we were over in Florida recently, they were actually performing live at Disney World. We missed them by a day. I was personally quite gutted. Spread it round, the garlic's roasting already. About another 10 minutes in there, and hopefully we can time it with the rest of it, which is now. Open sesame. Just while we've got a little moment, Boston and I, right, would like to thank the following names on the screen for supporting the channel. Thank you so much for the continued support. Really appreciate it. Okay, so wok. And the weird thing is you kind of want to keep things separate for this recipe, apart from things like the veg. We've got some sesame oil going in. No surprise. So whereas I'd like to add things like maybe charring up the rice or the beef in with this, we're gonna keep it separate. Well, that is unless they're in Veg Club, okay? We're gonna allow it, all right? So some garlic, spinach and bean sprouts is gonna be that typical thing where it's gonna end up with like one equivalent of a spinach leaf. It'd be like literally that once it wilts down. Oh, beautiful. So we'll clean the pan, put it there, but there's the beef in there with a little bit of the marinade left. Boom. Whoop. And if that wasn't enough, fried egg. So I'm just warming up some more sesame oil. Egg on there. All right, you can see it cooking already. Obviously, we're going to get it on the heat, but I wanted to do something a bit cheeky. I wanted to put some sesame seeds in the egg white. Wow, that was a lot. A couple of black ones as well. Nice. Go on, mate. Oh, and look at our steak as well. That is amazing. It genuinely all smells absolutely incredible in here. And the next step is serving it all together. Oh, I forgot about the sauce. Well, here we go then, folks. I really hope I've done this justice. Big old dollop of rice. There's the bean sprouts and the spinach medley. Oh yeah, baby. Sorry, I never really enjoy this bit, but like, does it, if we're gonna mix it together, even matter? And there is the oven roasted veg. And I've left a lovely little pocket here. Love that phrase, pocket, for our steak. Fried egg going down on top, runny yolk. Blimey, look at that. Sauce, which I'm not quite sure how much to add on really. I don't really want to ruin it. So I'm gonna like maybe stain the rice a little bit. And actually, yeah, we'll just pour a little bit evenly. I hope it looks as good on the camera as it does here. Wow, I'm so happy with how this has turned out. Bibimbap boom bam, bibim boom, baby. Loving the colours of it though, really, really cool. I was gonna get a knife and fork, but I remembered my chopstick have still got this like really cool gadget on. So I'm just gonna mash it up together. Oh my gosh. But to mingle all those flavours together. I don't get why we couldn't have done this in the pan. But apparently this is done at the table as you serve it. I don't know if this is like a family thing and then they all like tuck in or what, but it's just me and a pug. Oh my gosh, here we go. Oh. That is absolutely Bibi-boom-tastic. That, like, forget about everything we've done. I think it's that sauce that we've just drenched on at the end that's just like overridden everything and gone, hey, it's my party here. Right? This is what we do. Like, it's just lifted everything. Like, you've got the charring of the veg. The rice is delicate and gives a sort of like sensible mildness to it that's then been soaked in egg yolk. The bean sprouts and the spinach all soft, just like, whoa, it's like a Buddha bowl turned up to 11. I read a post that said that this is actually more popular than Korean fried chicken. I think just on a personal level, Korean fried chicken just like blew me away, but this is so good and has completely caught me off guard in a really, really good way. My kitchen stinks of sesame. I really hope you give it a go. If you do, send me a photo and I'll carry on eating this and see you next time. Bye-bye.